Yeah, it's my life. My own words, I guess. Have you ever loved someone so much you given on for not the expression?
The words too much or too much never really existed in Pinkie Pie's vocabulary, and you even knew this to be true. Too many candies? Nah. Too many cakes? Never. Too many concoctions to make? Nuh-uh. Too many complaints? Never happened. Too much of the ability to make you laugh? Her ability was just perfect, and if there was too much of anything, it was just how much she just loved to talk about many topics. But you still loved having her as a friend, and you wanted to let her know from in your heart that you wanted more. You wanted to be her special some pony. While you started working another day in the little bakery that Pinkie and the cake family also worked in, you had successfully created a simple white cake that was to be decorated by the pink maned pony that you just love seeing the work of. Within a few seconds of having the cake cooled off, you placed the baked convection on the first rack to see near the oven, and it is then picked up by the same boss of yours that was always hyper in her behavior, and seeing how fast she was able to decorate the cake, you could only shake your head with a chuckle. Your small laugh soon made her giggle with the same infectious laugh that made you laugh a little louder.
What? It's so funny, Anon.
It's just... How are you? Just so fast with the decorations of the convections that I make. You reply to her with the same chuckles as you wipe off the tear that escapes your eyes. This prompts you to do the same for her as you see a tear about to drip from Pinkie's eye.
Aw, thanks, Anon. You know how to take care of me, don't ya?
Pinkie smiles again as she wraps her hooves around your neck for a moment in a small hug. This small hug was not going to do it for you. You take the initiative and pick her up from the ground. Before Pinkie gets to react, you give her a very big hug with your arms all around her body while caressing her mane. And Pinkie Pie gives a small squeak as you give her a tiny squeeze, accomplishing what you knew might happen if you gave her a tiny squeeze. Sorry for doing this, but I've been meaning to do this for a long time. You confess to her as she returns the hug.
Aw, does this mean that you've been waiting to be my special sun pony, Anon?
She asks you quickly. Oh, darn it! She caught you have been wanting to say to her for at least a few months. Well, you might as well say it. Yes, Pinkie, you begin to say to her as you place her back to the floor on her hooves. I've been wanting to be your special sun pony for a long time now, and I won't bother you if you won't. You are instantly assaulted by a pink blur that tackles you down to the floor. Soon after, Pinkie's lips started to kiss yours with a bunch of smooches that makes you kiss her back, and with the feeling of your chest going into flight.
So,
Pinkie sighs out after she pulls herself off of you, letting you get up from the floor.
after we get our work done, what do you say to some post-work cuddling?
She then asks you while putting on another apron. How does she do that? You have no clue, but to answer her question, you decide to kneel down beside her and kiss her on the cheek, causing her to giggle again. I love that very much, Pinkie. You replied to her before adding, if I can be your special sun pony, that is. Pinkie giggles at your reply, causing you both to laugh for a bit before you both go back to work.
To that question, I say yes, Anon. Now, let's make a few dozen cupcakes for some of the ponies to see.
Right away. Some hours later, long after your lunch break, you and Pinkie head up to her room in the bakery and begin to get comfy on her bed. Once the both of you are in the desired positions, you start to give her a lot of kisses, to which she replies with her own pecks on your nose and lips. During those months of starting out as an apprentice baker, you were sure that you would mess up and get rejected on the spot. But the cake couple were able to instruct you with how to make the treats and confections as great as they can be. But the big ingredient that was needed to make such a wonderful treats was to show a loving smile, just so that the same baked goods can be sold to any and all ponies who would stop by to eat them. And even Pinkie Pie was able to support you all the way, and during the months that you kept up the good work, she would just praise you for being able to follow the exact recipe that she would have you make. Even the very same concoction that had some incomprehensible name, thus being called the Triple M, that was a victim to being munched on. Much to the randomly humorous things that Pinkie would say, you still paid attention to her. And now, as you looked into her baby blue eyes, you could not have found a greater mare. Cute, hardworking, and also hilarious, and just right kind of a pony to cuddle with, in your opinion. I love you, Pinkie Pie, you say to her.
And I love you too, Nani.
She says back, purring her random pet name for you. And within those seconds, she lays back within you with her back on your chest, her soft fur coat and mane caressing your skin while you wrap your arms around her.
Yeah, it's my life. My own words, I guess. Have you ever loved someone so much you given on for not the